Welcome back everyone. I'm Sadie. And guys, the wait is finally over. The brand new Spider-Man movie has arrived, aptly titled Spider-Man: Brand New Day, landing almost 4 years after the last one swung into theaters. The movie opens on Peter Parker. 4 years have passed. He has returned from another universe entirely, and in all that time, he has been living a life of complete anonymity. Why? Because every memory anyone ever had of him has been erased. Not a single soul in New York recognizes him anymore. And yet, night after night, he still puts on the mask, still works alongside the police, still saves the city that has forgotten his face. But he never, not once, reveals who he really is. He has taken down villain after villain. The city adores Spider-Man. But the man underneath the mask, he's alone, isolated, quietly falling apart. He set up home in what looks like nothing more than a junkyard, but inside that scrap heap, he has built something extraordinary. His own AI system, wired directly into his suit, pulling data, tracking threats, helping him build and refine his gear piece by piece. He's mid-conversation with a police officer when the call comes in. A tanker has gone rogue in the middle of the city, barreling forward, unstoppable, leaving destruction in its wake. Peter doesn't hesitate. He's there in seconds, throwing everything he has at that tanker, trying to bring it to a halt. But no matter what he does, it won't stop. It's almost as if the thing was never out of control at all. As if it knew exactly where it was going. That's when we catch our first glimpse of Frank, the Punisher, prowling the very same road. And the tanker is driving straight for the DODC building. Damage control. This is also where we first spot Scorpion mid-transfer. His prison convoy rolling through at the worst possible moment. After an exhausting struggle, Peter finally manages to stop the tanker in its tracks. But it's too late. It's already torn through the DODC building, leaving chaos in its wake. And what crawls out of the wreckage isn't an armed assailant. It's a doll. A single, unsettling doll. And it becomes horrifyingly clear that whatever is inside it doesn't stay inside for long. Leaps. It jumps from body to body, seizing control of whoever it touches. One police officer is possessed and marched straight to the top of the building. And in the confusion, Scorpion, mid-transfer in his containment unit, is quietly set free and left somewhere else entirely. Peter is stunned. He has no idea what he just witnessed. What was that thing? How does it jump between people like that? He can sense something is deeply wrong, even if he can't name it yet. He debriefs with the police, lays out what he saw, and then heads straight for the one person who might have answers. Yelena. Her office, to put it mildly, is dramatic. She's built her entire workspace inside a swimming pool. Her bathtub is there, her spa is there, and the whole setup exists for one very specific reason. Nobody can walk in carrying a weapon without stripping down first. She keeps herself in a permanent safe zone. And so, naturally, Peter has to play by the same rules, which leads to more than a few awkward comedic moments, especially since he's still wearing his mask, desperately trying not to blow his cover while attempting to hold a serious conversation. He tries to explain what happened. He tries to understand it himself. What kind of telepathy is this? How does something possess a person and then simply move on to the next? Yelena knows a little. Enough to point him toward the DODC attack and tell him where to start looking. The traffic of searches. In recent days, everyone hunting for information has been searching for one thing: Vemax. The moment Peter hears that word, it lodges itself in his mind. He needs to dig into Vemax, and he needs to have a serious conversation with damage control about exactly what kind of enemy could level their building like that. So Peter walks straight into DODC headquarters, gets scanned at the door, and is told again to remove his suit. He refuses. Still masked, still guarded. He's led into an office by the director, Bill, where an entire arsenal of weapons lines the walls. Peter can't help but admire them, quietly pleased that if things ever go sideways, he'll have plenty of options lying around. But DODC isn't just any organization. It's the kind of company that doesn't let people with extraordinary abilities live freely. It studies them, isolates them, sometimes erases them entirely. Yet somehow, Peter has earned an unusual kind of trust here. Bill treats him almost like a partner now, and tells him plainly, "You're going to need to look into this." When Peter asks what Bill actually knows about Vemax, The answer is nothing. Just a vague warning to stay alert because a threat could be coming. Peter agrees, but he can feel it in his gut. Bill is hiding something. And whatever it is, it's tangled up with Vemax, and sooner or later, it's going to surface. Later, Peter is sitting in a cafe, deep in conversation with his police contact about the case, when a familiar voice cuts through the noise. Ned. His best friend. It sounds like Ned is picking up party supplies, still nursing his old habit of a drink or two on the side. Curiosity gets the better of Peter, and he follows the voice, straight to MJ's apartment, where a housewarming party is already in full swing. And here's the part that breaks your heart a little. We all know the tragedy Peter has carried since the last film. Nobody remembers him. Not Ned. He can't walk up to his own girlfriend. He can't hug his best friend. All he can do is watch from the shadows. But because he's standing right there in the room, both of them end up talking to him anyway, completely unaware of who he really is. It feels good for a moment, and then it feels unbearable because no one recognizes him at all. Worse still, he learns MJ has a new boyfriend now, and watches him kiss her. That's the moment Peter's heart shatters completely. Every memory comes flooding back at once, and he stumbles away, emotionally wrecked, swinging blindly through the city toward home. And that's when something inside him starts to change. The spider cells in his body, the ones that have always lived quietly alongside his human half, suddenly surge. Wildly, uncontrollably. His eyes turn pitch black. A mutation is taking hold, and his spider cells are beginning to overpower his human ones. He can't control it. Organic webbing starts spilling out of him on its own, which is strange because Peter has never had organic webs. He's always relied on his mechanical shooters. Thoughts of his aunt flood back to him. And when he wakes the next morning, he finds himself wrapped in a cocoon of webbing, crashing to the ground with absolutely no idea what's happening to his own body. He knows he needs to test this, understand it, but first he has to get home, borrowing whatever clothes he can find along the way. Back home, he turns to his AI system for answers. What is happening to me? The system's theory: trauma, exhaustion, overwhelming stress. All of it is triggering his spider cells to mutate and overpower his human side. And if this continues unchecked, they could consume him entirely. Rest or find a solution. That's the only advice it can offer. Peter realizes he can't fight this alone. If his own biology is turning against him and he doesn't understand the mechanism, he has no way to control it. And that's exactly when the alarm comes in. Scorpion has broken loose in New York City and is attacking everyone in sight. Spider-Man suits up and races into the fight. The battle that follows is brutal, but something is off. Scorpion doesn't fight like himself. He moves and speaks like someone else is pulling the strings. Who could be behind this? While the fight rages, Peter's own mutation spikes to a dangerous new high, and in a moment of lost control, he accidentally injures a police vehicle rushing to the scene. Something the real Peter Parker would never do. He doesn't hurt people. He saves them. He gives even criminals a second chance. His own officer confronts him, stunned. Why would you do that? You nearly killed someone trying to save someone else. Rest, she tells him, because right now, a blinding pain is tearing through his skull. Pain he can barely stand. The next day, desperate for answers about his own body, Peter goes straight to Bruce Banner, the Hulk himself, and asks him directly, how do you control it? How do you keep that other side of yourself in check? Bruce explains his system. How, the moment rage begins to build, an internal mechanism calms him down before it ever spirals out of control, keeping the human side intact and in charge. That conversation sparks something in Peter's mind. The idea for a chip. A chip that could let him control his own emotions, and through them control his cells. Suppress the web cells when needed, let his human biology function normally the rest of the time. Bruce warns him immediately. This could be an incredibly dangerous weapon. If it ever suppresses his powers at exactly the wrong moment, he could be left powerless when he needs strength the most. Just imagine, Bruce says, how much of a threat that chip could become, even to its own creator. But Peter knows there's no other option. His web cells are overpowering him at an alarming rate, and he can't hold on much longer without something to fight back with. He has to fix this. The problem is the chip keeps overheating and shutting down with repeated use. So he tests it again and again, in a sequence that's honestly pretty hilarious, because every time the organic webbing shoots out unexpectedly, Peter is visibly disgusted. He's used to his mechanical shooters. This new, uncontrolled organic version of himself is something he simply can't stand. And all the while, that same possessing presence keeps jumping from person to person around him, needling him constantly. You're doing this wrong, you're too slow, you're too late. A relentless psychological assault. All Peter wants to know is who this is, and why it keeps warning him again and again to stay away from Doomsday. Stay out of it. Mind your own business. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. But without control over his new abilities, the damage is already piling up. By now, Peter has also learned something terrifying. His ex-girlfriend MJ is about to walk straight into serious danger. Without thinking twice, he rushes to her apartment and tells her to come with him. She refuses at first, but let's be honest, who says no to Spider-Man? The moment she steps in front of him, it's as if every memory of him has suddenly returned to her. Peter is overcome. He rips off his mask, pulls her into an embrace, and tells her there hasn't been a single moment he hasn't thought of her. He hugs her. He kisses her. And then the truth lands like a blow. This isn't him. It's that same possessing entity, wearing her face, using her voice, delivering a chilling warning. It can do anything to MJ, hurt her at any moment, whenever it chooses. Rage detonates inside Peter. His eyes go black. His web cells surge past his control, and in a moment of fury, he shoves MJ. Not because he wants to hurt her, but because the thing inside him absolutely does. He manages to pull her to safety just in time, and whatever was possessing her flees, releasing its grip. MJ, disoriented, has no memory of how she even got there. Please, she says, just take me home. But Peter doesn't take her home. He takes her somewhere safe, because by now, there are very